worry me, but I think it's very important to consider that across the Western world, psychotic illness has not increased over 50 years significantly.
Where are the evidence of this?
Just let me speak. But the point about this is that if you are in the early stages of psychosis, as you will know, you get negative symptoms, you feel very alienated. People in that situation often take cannabis, then later the florid symptoms come out, and then the assumption is this is because of the cannabis. You can get psychotic episodes while you're using very high THC.
With respect, Baroness Meacher, our medic is disagreeing with you vigorously.
I have to disagree on 2 points. There is this myth that mental health, or let's talk about psychosis. Psychotic disorder rates have not increased. Well, the epidemiology of psychosis, it's not up to date. And there are actually recent evidence. There was a paper published in JAMA Psychiatrists who has shown rates of psychotic disorder in places like Amsterdam, Paris, and London. And the London rates, for instance, have definitely increased from the previous study, which was published in the late 90s, and from the main WHO study that was published 10 years earlier. So the issue of mental health rates not increasing, this is not true, okay. And there is literature that is proving that.
Respond, and then I'll...
And the other, very quickly, I think this is the usual chicken of the egg. There is, by all means, probably a proportion of people who are experiencing mental health symptoms of a variety, not just negative symptoms, who probably use cannabis and lots of other recreational drugs to self-medicate. But there is a huge body of longitudinal studies.
Okay, let Baroness Meacher respond. And then
can I say, as we know, there are these two key ingredients of cannabis. CBD is an antipsychotic. So long as, if you use it in a medicinal way, you would have a very careful balance between THC and CBD. CBD balances and controls the THC, and you will then have all the benefits of cannabis. As we know, millions, at least 1 million people could benefit from this, people like yourself. They could stay out of hospital. We would save not just 1 billion, several billion to the NHS if people with Crohn's, with chronic pain, severe pain, all these horrible illnesses and epilepsy, one hospital admission costs a lot of money.
Hang on. Greg is going to respond, and then Mr. Freeman, go.
I mean, like you've named 3 big overcrowded cities there. Like I think mental health in overcrowded cities is quite high as it is, and I think we actually, as a result of that, should look at the societal factors that are causing it. I don't think cannabis is the only one. But like in cities like Barcelona, where there's 1,000 cannabis social clubs now, where they have the same kind of ethos that we're putting out there, where you have tested cannabis products, you label the percentages that are in them, the members are over 18 years old. Like when you've got those measures in place, I think the incidences of psychosis are probably going to reduce massively.
I smoke cannabis. I smoke